By day, he is a mild-mannered bank president, but come Friday night, he puts on his striped uniform, leaps onto a football field, and suddenly he becomes a high school football official. Here's Rick Diaz with today's Con Mi Gente.
My goal in life was to actually not be a banker, but to be a football coach.
Ford Sasser is president of Rio Bank with branches across the valley.
I started playing football when I was in grammar school. I played all the way through high school and in college.
So for the past 30 years, this has been his second life. He puts on the uniform knowing that at times he will hear boos from fans and coaches.
Coaches will say things and do things during a football game that they wouldn't necessarily say or do away from the football stadium. Jokingly, I tell my fellow officials before each game, don't forget we're the only adults on the football field tonight.
But he's not only a highly regarded high school official, he's also officiated some major college games, and he's written a book, Why Would Anyone Officiate Football?
Knowing the rules is critically important, but knowing how to apply the rules is just as important.
And with the dream of becoming a coach, he says he holds coaches in awe because of what they do.
I think of the influence they have with these young men, not just as coaches, teaching them the fundamentals of football, but in many cases they're surrogate fathers to them.
And there is something else you should know about Fort Sasser. He says this will be his last season, not as a banker, but as a football official.
I turned 65 in September, and I just think that's probably a good time to end my officiating career. I've seen some officials that maybe stayed on the field a little longer than they should have, and that's not where I want to be.
And over the years, he's realized the players do tend to stay at the same age.
They're still just as fast or faster than they were then, and I'm 30 years slower than I was then.
Ford Sasser, the bank president, and the man who's lived his dream on the football field. For Channel 5 News, I'm Rick Diaz, Con Mi Gente.